Oh, I'm all right. Had the last week off, so
You said you were off this past week.
yeah. Sorry, I was just looking at something. Yeah, no, I'm off until I guess next Tuesday, so that's good. But I was in the Boundary Waters on a canoe trip, so that's why we did it Thursday last week.
I have unlimited vacation. I haven't taken a single day yet, and I've been there for almost 5 months.
Yeah, I've got the same. Although it's kind of interesting, we don't call it like unlimited vacation. We call it responsible time off. I know it sounds kind of funny, but I actually appreciate it because it's unlimited time offer is really like a misnomer, right? There's no such thing as unlimited. Otherwise, you just take it off for forever, and then it's within the policy. And then it's like it doesn't hide the fact that yeah, you could be denied because we have something really, really important, to do or something like that. So, but yeah, I like the idea, the concept of it. You're basically the idea is you're an adult. You know when taking time off and how to take time off and how much you should probably take and stuff. And they encourage us
um,
to be responsible with it. So,
yeah, the part that maybe I shouldn't be concerned with is what negotiating power does a a seasoned engineer or a seasoned worker with massive experience have if the budget isn't what they would like. So usually for me, one is I've never gotten stock options for any time I've been hired. Um, but when they tell me, "Oh no, we don't offer stock options," I'm like, "All right, well, can you compensate me for with vacation?
hmm
Since this is the amount of money that I'm looking for, and your budget's not flexible for that. So what can I get in vacation?" So, anyways, like if quote unquote vacation is limited and everybody in theory can take the same amount of vacation that the most senior person can take, um, that's something that I'm just curious about. Like that, it just seems like it's one tool that's now no longer available when negotiating.
yeah, I don't know. I like it because I don't like having to track things like, and which is why salaried with unlimited PTO is, and I don't take tons of PTO. Like, um, I mean, there's people who take a lot of PTO, but um, I don't take much PTO. So I'm not like abusing it or anything like that. All I want is the ability to not have to sit there and manage time, like count hours and stuff like that, or worry about like banking. That's the worst thing is, oh, I've got to build up a bank of this many hours in order to accrue enough to take this vacation or whatever. So if I need to take Friday off to go camping, I can't do that because I need to accrue the rest of my. I hate that kind of stuff, man. I yeah. So
I think Gambler died.
no, I don't think he died. I think he thinks we maybe we died. So
Unless he got a new phone, I mean, he'll get notifications whenever we live stream.
oh, I know that. Oh,
He
maybe he'll
died.
be on.
No, he died. He's KIA. So
Well, he's MIA. We'd have to wait at least a year to know if he's KIA. But
maybe he's in jail.
could be in Swiss jail.
You can't trust those Swiss.
He used a Swiss Army knife wrong. He stole a Swiss watch. Ate too much Swiss chocolate. What else is the Swiss known for? Oh, he put holes in
What
their cheese.
watches?
Yeah. I said he stole a Swiss watch.
Watches, chocolate, cheese.
Oh,
Uh,
I don't think it's actually that. Swiss Miss hot chocolate. I don't think that's actually that. I think that's just them using the Swiss. Same as Swiss Army knives, I assume. But anyways,
you think it's too late for me to be a bounty hunter?
no, no.
I really don't like programming anymore.
I feel you there. I don't know. Be nice to do something different in the second half of life, but how do you how do you well
Gambler! Hey, we were just talking about you. We thought you were dead. We thought you were dead or locked up.
taken out by Swiss steak?
Yeah, Gambler, he looks like he could hold his own in prison.
You choked on a Swiss cake roll.
What is Gambler? I'm gonna guess Gambler's size. He is 5'10", 175 pounds. And of course, he's gonna say, "I don't know the American imperial system. What is it called? There's metric system and what? Imperial
Standard.
system?
Well, it's called the imperial, but we call it standard, I think.
Yeah,
SAE. Yeah.
he's not going to be able to give me his height in feet, inches, and pounds in regards to weight. But I'm guessing he's 5'10", 175. You're 5'9".
No, I'm 5'11".
Okay, I know you're that tall.
Uh, I don't think of myself as particularly tall, but
He's 6 feet. Isn't Switzerland like Scandinavian or no?
no.
Okay, that
It's
makes sense because
nestled
I'm
in
like,
the Alps between France and Germany and Italy, kind of right in the middle there. Belgium. Yeah, 182
yes.
centimeters.
I finished Man in the High Castle. I like that series, man. That was my first time in a really, really, really long time that I actually like watched television series and looked forward to watching each episode. Now I could be productive again. So
Good, good. Did it end on a good note or an interesting note? I never
I
made
thought
it
you
out of
saw it
season 3.
already.
I
Uh,
never made it out of season 2.
yeah, it
Watched
got
season.
good.
I heard that season 3 like
It got
kind of
good.
cheated a little bit.
I still question why they were injecting homosexuality into it. I just thought that was really unnecessary. Well, we discussed that last time we talked.
Yeah. Hmm. Next, what's your next obsession then?
No, I don't think I'm going to resubscribe to television. I just I'm into history, and have to be careful what I say about about certain world leaders. Um,
And you're just love Adolf. My man Adolf.
so I appreciate history. I'll just leave it at that.
I'm surprised you didn't watch what is it, Band of Brothers or whatever it was.
I think I
The
tried to
Pacific
watch one
or
show. It I didn't. It didn't. It seemed. If we're talking about the same thing, I don't think they had a budget, and it felt that way when I was watching it.
it was like it's like what I think that series is like 20 years old.
Okay, maybe I was
So,
watching something else then.
but it's I mean they had a budget at the time because it was I think Spielberg, um but Band of Brothers did it start with like some or end with an interview with some World War II vets because that's kind of how they did it is they actually I think talked to the vets that were in each battle or whatever
Mm.
and interviewed them and had their kind of commentary around the actual show. So
You know what I think is the best intro to a movie, which
The Lion King. Boom.
Sanya,
Yeah,
home, whatever they say.
yeah, and then ends with that big. Boom.
Does it go like that, or is it? Can't remember.
No, it ends with a big. The intro to Lion King ends with that big boom.
I'm
So
gonna get banned. I'm gonna get flagged by YouTube for doing that.
doing what?
Um,
What's it? Why would you get banned for clicking?
because that would be described as racist as we're talking about Lion King and where it takes place, and insinuating that all
Oh, I
all
didn't
people
capture
from the
that at
entire
all.
continent. Yeah. Um, I think the best intro to a movie that I can remember, Saving Private Ryan. Like within the first, I would say 5 minutes, there's intestines coming out of people's torsos, and like it's just violence immediately, and it immediately like, what's this? Now following you on Twitch. Okay, I didn't know I have followers on Twitch.
Yeah.
Um, what are I've been watching a lot of videos of Ukraine and Russia. Those tanks are getting blown up left and right. They won't show the Ukrainian tanks getting blown up left and right. They just keep on showing Russian tanks.
I don't have the Russian footage to look at the blown up tanks, I'm sure.
I'm sure Telegram has it, right? You mean Ukrainian tanks? They don't show a lot of Ukrainian tanks getting
Well, yeah, because
destroyed.
because it's usually through drones or whatever, but the footage on the Ukrainian side is a little more readily available. I'm assuming that the Russian side, any footage is not readily available.
Well, I think Telegram, and I usually get my source of graphic war content on Reddit. But man, I can only. Can you imagine what the bodies look like after their tank gets blown up? Like I'll watch this one video where a Russian tank. Well, they didn't know they were Russians. They thought that they were friendlies. It approaches a group of Ukrainian soldiers on the side of the road, and the Ukrainian soldiers look at the tank and then continue on chatting amongst each other. And then the tank just opens up on them, and then they show the aftermath, and it's just pieces of people here, there, scraped off of like machines,
Jeez.
and I'm like, man, imagine like when a shell or when artillery hits a tank or even a mine hits a tank, those people are just in pieces, man. It's it's just hard to stomach that that's going to be your fate when like within the next 30 days of you going back and forth inside that can on tracks.
Hmm. Did you ever watch the movie Fury?
The Russian side footage will be on Russian preferred networks like Telegram and their news sites equivalents. Telegram CEO got arrested in France, I think. No, I have not seen Fury.
Well, I didn't even know what Telegram was. So Fury's a World War II movie about with tank crew. So it's like a tank crew that goes through, and I don't know. I think they make a stand at the end or something like that. But that's actually
Oh yeah, yeah, with Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I
Shia
saw
LaBeouf.
that. I saw it.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good film. Shia LaBeouf.
How was that?
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf was one of the guys in the tank, opposite of Jeremy Barenthal. He was better known for his role as Malcolm in the Middle, or the guy from the first two, three Transformers films.
Are they
Not
done with
Malcolm in the Middle. What
Transformers?
am I talking about? Malcolm in the Middle. It was not Malcolm in the Middle. It was oh god, what the heck was his? Shia LaBeouf was on. Oh my god, I don't remember now. I can't believe I said Malcolm in the Middle. Um, He was on a TV show when he was on like Nickelodeon when he was a kid. That later became the kind of foundation for the movie Honey Boy. Um,
Kevin Bacon.
Even Stevens, that's what it was. That's right.
You think Macaulay Culkin is retired?
He's been retired for a while. He's done some acting, but
Hmm.
Padre Pio, Megalopolis. Anyways,
Dude, I have no energy, man.
yeah, it's been a great week taking off, but I'm not looking forward to going back.
You should be a bounty hunter. We should be a bounty hunter team. We can be like, I can't think of something. I never watched Was it Starsky and Hutch? I never watched that.
Starsky and Hutch, yeah.
I don't know what that's about. I remember when I was a child watching the Hardy Boys. Does that sound familiar? They had like an orange car that I thought
Reading
had
the
like
Hardy Boys.
76. It was like an orange
No,
race car, 76.
that's the Dukes of Hazard.
Same thing.
No, it's not. It's way different. The Hardy Boys the Hardy Boys was like like a detective, like a Nancy Drew type thing.
Oh, you mean 21 Jump Street?
Okay, but yeah, they're like two detectives. The Hardy Boys are two detectives, and they solve puzzles in the
Well, I meant to
books.
say Dukes of Hazards.
Yeah, Dukes of Hazards. With my Days of Dukes on.
I was watching when I was trying to lift, like I'm just lethargic, man. I was trying to lift weights yesterday, and I was listening to a clans member interview, and it's comedy to me. I always think about Dave Chappelle skits, but he was saying, the blacks, they should be appreciative. I mean, if you really consider it, we brought them here to America, and we domesticated them. We taught them how to comb their hair and brush their teeth. I just started laughing. uh,
I suppose.
we taught them how to comb their hair and brush their teeth. That I just thought that was really funny because I think he was genuinely honest, and I think he genuinely believes that he is superior, but he's never been outside the country. So I don't know. I thought it was funny.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't have much to talk. I haven't submitted for that conference yet. I'm like, I went on this trip, and I'm like, I got back. I'm like, gosh, do I really want to spend time prepping and all that? And
I need
I don't know.
to I need to volunteer to give a presentation just to just to start having or developing a network. Because right now I'm not doing anything, man. Once my workday is over, and then I have to force myself to exercise in the evening, I don't want to do anything, man. I'm exhausted. I just want to lay in bed and fall unconscious until the next day starts, and then try to get that over with, and then fall unconscious again and try to get that over with the next day. My life is sad right now.
That's
I need
yeah.
an
You
intervention.
need something to get you out of it to cause an
Broth,
interrupt.
brothel or something.
The conference is in Gamler's Code Mash in Sandusky, Ohio. I've talked at it once before. It was a really cool conference. But
What would you give a talk on?
I was thinking about submitting one for because I've wanted to. there's this thing called conference-driven development where you sign up for something you want to learn,
Hmm.
and that forces you to get a deep dive on it within the time frame between giving the talk or whatever, so you can give a meaningful talk. So WebRTC is one that I wanted to do because I'm interested in WebRTC for some reason. Probably not that it would get selected, I'm assuming, but um, I'm really fascinated with Microsoft Orleans,
Mm.
um, and I could probably try something maybe with like Elixir, and that would force me to have to learn that one. So yeah, stupid Java ecosystem, no way.
At the moment, I would give a talk on the mill build system, although that certainly targets the JVM ecosystem. What's mill?
Yeah, I've never heard of Mill either.
This stuff is all boring. I have no fascination with coding. I don't think I'm ever really given an adequate amount of time to really enjoy coding. It's always get it to work instead of me trying to demonstrate how clever I am with writing something elegant. I never have time, man. It's just get it to work, and then they think that because it works, it should go straight into user acceptance testing, not any like QA before that.
Hmm.
It's a build system very niche. Mm,
Sorry, I'm so boring this week, man.
I'm just drained.
My mind's
Yeah,
back in the boundary waters.
we still got to put on our bucket list to knock off that 7 mile run in Florida Keys.
Yeah, I've thought about doing that one. My stupid foot still is sore. It got worse doing the portaging and stuff this last weekend. My knee was also pretty effed, my left knee. I might have to go in and actually see a doctor about it, but this falls within my in the bounds of things I would see the doctor for. Anything mechanical is definitely a possibility. Although I have to be cautious about saying I don't want to try to reduce pain. I don't really care about that so much as I want to make sure that I'm not messing my leg up and that I can do running. But I want an immediate end to the pain. I want a fix that's not injecting it with quarter or what is it they do as a certain steroid.
They have jelly that they inject. They could do cortisone shot.
Cortisone, that's what it is. Yeah, not cortisol, but yeah, I don't want any of that. I heard that those kind of injections, I guess, will also weaken the tendons too, so you're like more likely to snap something. So, but yeah, I got to get that figured out. I've got 2 weeks. I've got a half marathon to run, and I've like just fallen off the damn wagon.
I admire you.
I'm gonna run it. I don't care if I'm
It sounds
dogging
like
it
you
the
do
whole
this
time.
like it sounds like you run a marathon like every 8 weeks.
No, I had one half marathon in May, and then I had the full marathon in June, and then I had like maybe a couple 5Ks that I did, and then I've got in September I've got a half marathon. I might do a 5K if it's still open, and then in the very start of October I have a 26K that I've done last 4 years. So those are my runs. Basically, I've got four. But yeah, I was trying to make it a thing, but my left leg is not, and my left foot is not I know it's weird because I can run on the foot just fine. Actually, walking makes it bad, which is weird. But I don't know. I might be also compensating for something with my stride too. So I don't know.
Mm.
It's all shit, man. Getting old.
Have you ever considered bicycling?
I hate biking. Actually, biking hurts my knees more and my ass a lot. God, maybe an incumbent bike. I'm not sure, but even those at the
It's
gym are.
it's serious down here. Saturday and Sunday mornings, man, there's just sales of bicyclists all over Miami Beach. And there's processions of them every Saturday, Sunday morning.
Yeah,
I don't know why they wear their bicyclist outfits, the spandex stuff. Uh, I don't know. I just wear.
makes you
Sometimes I
more
just wear.
aerodynamic, I suppose.
I mean, I'm sure there's a good reason because so many people do it. I think it looks kind of gay, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean, everybody that does it, I rarely see young people bicycling. It's always like middle-aged people. So
Yeah,
that's why I
yeah. It's
mentioned
because
it.
they aren't running anymore. I mean, as a kid, I was always biking all over the place with my brother and I. That's what we did is we biked around and we didn't get in trouble, but we found shit to do. But yeah, I don't see a lot of many kids biking around. I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to get out of this.
Beach mobile.
I'm stuck, man.
Time to bring it back.
Hmm, if it's not the beach, then what can I apply that code or that solution to?
I don't know, man.
Well, I mostly bike for small errands. Go to the office. I rarely go there or with the kid.
The other thing is too is biking in Minnesota is a you know not a year round kind of thing. Like you can't bike in the snow effectively, so you're basically shut off from November to March, April. Snowmobile instead. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Start a SaaS product that gives you just enough money to live off of. What that would be, no idea.
Come on, man. We can be some bounty hunters.
Bounty hunters.
We can be
No.
bounty hunters in the Indian reservation somewhere in Minnesota.
I don't think I would do that. I don't think I could get away with that hunting down Indians in the
Sure, you
reservation.
can. I'm sure that you said you're Irish and something else. You don't look like you have you said Irish and Polish or something like that.
German, Norwegian, Swedish, Irish, Polish.
Yeah,
Yes,
same thing. Yeah, it runs in your bloodline, man. Sure, you could be a bounty hunter,
probably. Probably
kidnap
not.
people,
Probably be a
transport them
potato
somewhere
farmer.
else.
Um, what was I going to say now? You should move to Minnesota and open a pot store because they have uh, the applicants are equity driven. So first, uh, if you're a minority or whatever, you get priority to get your license.
If that were the case, it would even have to be like marketed. It would just be a surge.
Yeah, I think there is. But no, the first ones all went out to the I think the Indian reservations.
They get everything first.
But yeah, I don't know. They're slowly trickling into the state in terms of setting up shop or whatever. There were some people though that literally they quit their jobs and set up a shop with like the small time THC stuff because they wanted to grow it into a full time or a full big cannabis dispensary type thing. Um, and and then the state's like, yeah, we're giving application um, preference to DEI or types of equity situations. So now they've got to just hold tight and hope that in the next couple of years they could snag one of the permits or whatever.
Well, how
So
much is the state taxing?
I don't know, probably quite a bit. Knowing Minnesota, our like
Yeah,
cigarette
because
prices
I
here are
remember last
insane.
year I was watching something. And they were like the base. It was very. This one business was saying how difficult it is to realize a profit based on the amount of taxes that they pay, and so his competitors just are doing it illegally, and they're thriving. And he's like, "What's the point of me following the rules, especially if the state's not going to be aggressive in enforcing the law?"
10% gross receipts tax on THC products.
No, I thought they were taxing like 40% altogether.
Oh, it'll go up. It'll be billions of dollars within no time.
I have to do something exciting. I don't like jumping out of planes.
Something exciting? Whitewater rafting.
You
It's pretty
think
fun.
you think that's exciting?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Kevin Bacon did it.
I've done it twice.
River
It's
Run
really
Wild.
fun. Go up to Maine. Go up to Maine and or Alaska
No,
or Colorado.
I'm doing it in the Everglades.
Yeah, that'd be real great.
I'll get strangled by a python.
Yeah, pythons flying from the trees and alligators snapping on either side of you. It's been a while since I've last done a whitewater rafting though. It is a lot of fun though.
Was it like basically similar to an amusement park where you get on the water ride and you go down this big ramp?
Yeah,
It's like
basically,
that.
I mean, you all jump in the raft in the river and you start paddling, and then you hit rapids and you have to paddle through them, and there's a chance you get knocked out. You hit the rapid wrong. One of the people, two of the people in my canoe fell out in the middle of in the big rapid that we hit. Um, so literally, the guy, the photographer, has this picture of someone. Here's the water. Their legs are sticking out of it like this.
Mm.
Like they fell all the way in. And then it was like a scene out of a movie where we're spinning around in these rapids trying to get these people, back into the boat. Luckily, and then we had another raft that went down and grabbed them. But there's some danger to it because some of those places in the rivers will have like vortexes that will pull you in, and the literally the only way to escape them is to take everything off, go to the very bottom where the vortex ends, take all of your shit off so that you can actually get there, your life preserver and that, and then get out. So, but usually the river people are pretty keen to where those danger spots are, so they warn you. Hey,
You don't
don't go
hunt.
to that spot. No, I don't really hunt.
You look
I've
like
been
you would be
hunting.
you look like you would be a good hunter.
I've been
I
hunting. I
I could
don't know.
totally see you with like a hound dog and you're like, get him, Rofer.
Get them rover. No, I've been grouse hunting. I haven't shot one. I've gone out to shoot squirrels before. Never shot one. Shot a deer. That was the most anticlimactic thing of my child or
Yeah,
my
you should
younger
feel
years.
horrible.
Well, it was like no, it's like like I grow up watching people go out for hunts and they don't catch any, shoot anything for
Uh huh.
deer. And like literally, I go down, I sit, and it starts at 6 o'clock is when the open time was, so it's like sun up. So I'm sitting there, I got my rifle. Deer walks right down, huh? Drops immediately.
Was it a
Oh
headshot?
no, I can't remember where I shot it. Somewhere's in the back, I think. But
Uh,
um,
aren't you required to shoot it such that it's like as painless as possible?
no, you just shoot it.
So you don't care
Well,
where you shoot it at?
you want to go for the kill shot, but I don't remember. I mean, you're not going to be perfect at every shot, but there's a lot of deer that get shot and then they run off and they just survive or they hobble off and die somewhere and they get lost. There is like a tracking. People will track. Then you just follow blood trails and whatever. But mine just fell over.
Was,
Okay, I
was it
pulled it
good?
over. My father-in-law gutted it, and I've had venison before. It's okay.
Yeah,
I
it
checked
doesn't. It
pretty good.
doesn't taste like chicken.
No, no, it can be pretty tough, but it's great in like stews and things like that. Deer's pretty decent, and sausages if you get sausages made, it's pretty good in
I haven't
sausages.
had veal since I was a kid. I mean, I don't even think they even serve veal
Veal,
in restaurants.
maybe, but yeah, venison is something else. You should come up and shoot a deer or go bear hunting. Get a bear skin rug for your.
I don't want to kill like predators.
But they're up here. They're getting to the point where they're vermin now. So it's like
Bears?
yeah, bears. They left unchecked, they overrun things. So
Okay.
because there's the thing is
Is,
there's
i-
so
is it because there's so many people
yeah
versus
there's so many
bears?
people. No, there's the thing is there's so many people and
Yeah.
there's a lot of basically free. Like I have a black bear that comes through my yard
Well, I gotta be black.
because he's a black bear. He's not a brown bear, not a polar bear. We wouldn't shoot polar bears. No way. No.
All right,
No.
so there's a black
But
bear that comes into your
but he
yard.
comes and eats
He
our
knocks over the
garbage.
gas. He knocks over the trash
Yeah,
cans.
trash can, he eats it all, and then he runs off and does the same. So there's just a lot of food out there um, for them to get into, and they're not afraid of people, and they just procreate and they start to take over.
Yeah,
So a lot of
kind of like what
shooting.
that Klansman was saying.
I mean, a lot of the stuff within conservation is about uh, making sure that kind of stuff doesn't happen. So like deer become way too plentiful full up here, and they start getting into everything, gardens, and
Y'all don't have wolves?
we do north of us. They had a shoot. The guy in Ely I was talking to going to the drop off site said that they had to shoot 9 of them because they started to just take over the town of Ely. They would just sit on people's porches and stuff like that, and they weren't afraid of humans at all. And they started to stalk people and stalk little kids. So they went out and shot 9 of them, and now they're rightfully afraid of humans. So, but yeah, he
Mm.
said that the one wolf was like he said I can't remember how tall he said he was, but he's like it was you know, maybe he said he was like 5'9" or something like that, and he's like, and it was up to my waist on me, at like mid waist. So he's like, it was a big wolf they got up there. But wolves are on the endangered species list still, as are. But the problem is they're endangered. It's like they're endangered in some places and overpopulated in another. They don't consider so like they get into livestock and take people's livestock, and farmers really don't have any recourse for it. I guess grizzly bears too are way over the numbers to be considered not endangered anymore. But they won't take them off because they haven't gotten their full reach, but they never will because their their habitat's gone in places that would be their full reach. So grizzly bears, man, I don't want. I mean, they'd be even in Minnesota, I think, but I don't want a grizzly bear out here. Screw that. No grizzly bears.
Mm.
Grizzlies like a black bear you can either fight off or scare off. Or usually scare off. They're basically like big trash pandas, you know. But um, but grizzlies, man, they'll kill you. They'll eat you. I don't want anything to do with that.
You should get a bow and arrow and go out there.
Not with a grizzly, man. You need a
Man, look.
revolver, a heavy
No,
revolver.
bow and arrow.
No, dude, I wouldn't be out in the bull against grizzlies,
Hollow
man.
tip bow and arrow, or you could put a what do you call it?
Explosive round.
Yeah, put an explosive round on it.
I don't want no cocaine bears down here.
I tried to rent that movie and I could not find a way to rent it.
You just get it on Amazon Prime.
That service is always down, man.
What? Really? I never had a
Yes,
problem with Prime.
it is. And I was trying
Maybe
to
just
binge
your
watch
account.
Man in the White Castle. Man in the High Castle.
It's like Harold and Kumar. It's the man in the White Castle. It's just sitting there pounding down sliders.
uh,
Oh man,
their service
the
is
man
always down.
in the White Castle. I love that. That's funny.
I got to almost 700 elo in chess, and then I've just been on the losing streak for the past like week. I don't know. You don't really play chess, but it's weird how I have win streaks and then I have losing streaks.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I have that with. I think it's the matchmaking algorithms. So you have win streaks while your elo is while you're in a low MMR, and then once you reach a certain point, they start to put you aggressively against higher people to see if you actually should be in that higher, and then you lose on those streaks.
No, 'cause I'm just making a lot of dumb mistakes. I'll do a lot of blunders because my mind is somewhere else. I gotta jumpstart my life again, man. I'm tired of having midlife crisis every 12 weeks. I gotta figure something out.
Yeah, what do you want to do? What are you gonna do?
I'll be a bounty hunter. I don't know what else there to do. I don't know. We're gonna be at war soon. I'm not interested in being a mercenary.
A merc. Well, you're out of the draft range, so that's good. As am I.
You know, the average age of a soldier in Ukraine, I thought it was like 41 or something.
Is it? Well, people aren't having babies,
Oh,
so
now it is.
yeah. White people will be extinct in the next 100 years, probably.
No, they're resilient. They don't go away.
Will be.
I do find it fascinating that the white man is the most targeted by woke people now. Who would
For
have
what?
known?
Yeah. Well, we're the only one that's not a protected class, so yeah. That. And,
Well, Chinese, I don't think are protected.
oh, there's plenty of like anti-Asian hate stuff out there. It depends on. It depends.
Yeah, but I don't think they're. Well, I'll take that back. I think when Biden first got in office, there was like a anti-Asian hate bill that was passed.
It was during during the uh, COVID era when Trump would refer to, and he still does, call COVID the China virus, and it is from China.
No, you said that wrong. He's like China. How does he say
China
China?
virus. China.
China.
China. I don't know, something like that. He pronounces
China.
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 From China. From China. The China virus. Yeah, no, he would say that, and then supposedly the backlash from that was a bunch of anti-Asian hate for
Uh,
bringing whatever, or that they would be, which I never saw. I don't know, but we don't have a lot of. I mean, we have Asian people
they
in
try
Brazil.
really hard to. I mean,
Get
maybe
them,
maybe
get
the
them into.
1980s and 90s version of him. Maybe it was easier to put him in that bucket, but
It's like not
they
racist to
they
be
they, they
like
just they try
because
really
they came from a
hard
country.
to paint him that way, and I just don't see evidence of it. At
If it
least not
was
now.
if it was made in like one of those Ukrainian biolabs, it'd be the Ukrainian virus, and that wouldn't be racist. But if it's made in China, it's the China virus. It is racist. So you can't talk about countries that don't have majority white people.
I can't wait for the debate.
Yeah, is that
She's going
coming
to
up in
get
like a week?
destroyed.
God, I hope so.
The economy, the border. Sh she's going to get destroyed.
I guess they wanted to change the.
All she's going to do is keep saying. She's just going to keep trying to say, as long as Trump doesn't get into office, watch. That's how she's going to answer every question.
Yeah, yeah. I guess they gave their first interview, um, and it
You know,
was kind of a disaster. But
the first female president. I predict is going to be a tranny. I'm dead
that'd be just
serious.
the thing. That'd be just the thing.
I'm dead serious.
No, I kind of wonder who's going to
It's
pick
going
up
to
the
be
mantle.
it's going to be a dude with lipstick.
Yeah, so if Trump does get a second term, I just wonder who's going to pick up the mantle after he's done. So I mean, JD Vance is there, but I don't know that he would get. I don't know if he's got the charisma to take a national one. Maybe I don't know.
Hold up, what? You saying if Trump wins 4 years from now or 5 years from now,
Well,
who would
four
be
years from
next?
now, who? Yeah. So if Trump wins, we'll be having 4 years from now. We'll be in the
Swami.
midst of the next one. Yeah. So Vivek, I think he's got enough charisma to take it, but
He's a
he
sharp
feels
dude.
he's sharp, but he comes across, even though he doesn't. I think he's genuine about everything. He has an air that he's not genuine. I don't know why, but he's got an air about him.
He destroys reporters. He destroys anybody that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a sharp dude.
So then there's Tulsi Gabbard is kind of in that mix too, I think, and then JD
Oh,
Vance.
Vivek, he just needs to put on a dress and he'll get elected first female president.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be mind-boggling if the first female president was a trans Republican? I mean, crazy.
Only in America.
Yeah. Anybody? No, but
There's a reason why we only have one viewer. Gamlor.
Gambler doesn't have to worry about. I don't know what his. I wonder what his national elections look like. You got Swiss Guy 1 versus Swiss Guy 2. I don't know. Not Sweden.
Has Sweden ever gone to war?
Oh yeah, Sweden was big time war back in the day. They used to fight Russia and um, Poland and
I keep forgetting.
Norway and them used to fight a lot.
I keep forgetting. Sweden or Switzerland? What? I ask this every single time. Switzerland. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Because Switzerland has a anti-fragile, decentralized kind of form of government. Sweden was a big military power back in the day.
Doesn't sound like a tough country. Sweden.
Not anymore.
Sweet.
Now they're just IKEA. IKEA and salmon.
Mm, I should take a day off today and then go back to bed and wait for tomorrow.
And then you'll have 3 days off. So decide what you want to do. Yeah, you gotta spice up your life somehow, man. What's the next thing?
Do some drugs.
Sell all your possessions and move to get a Starlink satellite and move to the middle of
Tibet.
Montana.
Maybe I'll maybe I'll train for
Be a black rancher.
I'll train for what's the smallest mountain I could train for to climb?
I don't know.
Mm, yeah, maybe I'll practice climbing mountains or something.
This climbing. Yeah,
It has to
climbing
be
is
it
pretty
has to be
hard
the smallest one though.
unless you're
Maybe
just hiking.
maybe in Utah or something or Colorado.
You could probably hike a mountain, but if you're getting serious, then you got to like go up to base camps and stuff like that.
No, I can't. I can't. I'm not qualified. I don't have the strength or stamina.
Book yourself a ticket to Alaska and go and spend a week up there.
Yeah, I would do that. I would like to do that. I just don't want to catch the flight because I'm imagining that's probably like 10 hours or
Go
longer.
break it up. Go to like uh what's it called? Portland or not Portland, Washington first. Seattle. Spend a couple days in Seattle and then take another flight to Anchorage. I'm assuming that would split up the flight pretty well. I don't remember it being terrible. Excuse me, terribly long from
Why is
Minnesota.
drowning so contagious? What is the science behind that?
I don't know. It's, yeah, you can get to a nonstop flight to Anchorage from Minneapolis is only 5 hours. So for
It's
five,
5 hours from Minnesota to Alaska. Man,
well, yeah, via plane or whatever. But
that's a long time. So again, it's like probably like 10 hours from Miami to Alaska. Uh, SpaceX needs to hurry up and expedite their space tourism so I could hop on a rocket and be there in like half an hour.
the Hyperloop, man, they should have a Hyperloop going all the way to
Wasn't that the underground thing?
yeah tunnels.
But that got canceled. That was just
No,
a.
they're still building out in Vegas. You can go to a Hyperloop in Vegas.
I mean, well, where does it take you? To like LA? I
I,
mean,
I think it takes you around the strip. It's kind of like a subway almost. They just have a bunch of like autonomous vehicles that run you back and forth. I don't know. I've never been to it.
teleporters, goo.
Go. Let's go.
Go is a failed language.
Why? People still use it.
Who? I don't know anybody that programs in Go.
Some of the last place I used to go, they used Go. Yeah, Go is very popular according to Gambler. Wonder what the Tyobe index has it. I don't even wonder if Tyobe
What is its selling point?
is still
The fact that
relevant.
it's Google.
No, I don't know. I don't know what the selling point is. Python's number one, C++, C, Java, C Sharp, JavaScript, SQL, VB, Go.
Python's
Go is number
Python's
nine
a
now.
Python's a loser
Beats
language for
Fortran,
people
MATLAB,
without computer science degrees.
beats PHP and Rust and Ruby and Swift
What Go?
and Kotlin. Yeah, on the TIO index. Scratch actually is on the top 20 programming language on the TIO index now.
I've been away from Twitter so long. I don't even know if they still talk about programming. Are
COBOL's
you
in
are you
position
on there?
21. On Twitter? On
Yeah.
X, you mean? I'm not
X.
on Twitter. I'm on X.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm on there.
What are they talking about on there?
Depends. I mean,
They're,
who
s-
you follow.
they're still moaning and complaining.
No, generally not. I mean, even though I guess for me, even though that the elections picked up, there hasn't been as much politics. Most of the people that were just had toxic politics in the tech world. They jumped ship to Mastodon or whatever, so now they're in their own little echo chamber over there, where I don't have to hear them. People that are left, they might bring up politics every once in a while,
Ted
but
Newert.
feels less angry and attackish. I don't know, aggressive. I don't know what the word I'm looking for here is, but it's kind of like everyone understands it language, close enough to see without sharp edges. Go.
I would have thought Russ would have dethroned. I still don't think Go is adopted at all. But who am I? But I would have suspected that Russ would have significantly destroyed Go. Like last I heard, Go doesn't support templates. It hasn't really. I think it. I don't know what it does in regards to memory management or deallocation. But
Hmm.
Go and Russ have a different audience. Yeah, Russ is for people that actually want to get things done. I like how dogmatic I am, and I know nothing about either language.
Elixir is number 50 on the Tiobe index. Can't believe TypeScript's at 43.
You thought it should be like in the top 10?
No, but I'd expect to be in the top like 30, but maybe not.
What's number one? JavaScript?
Python.
Two.
Python, C++, C, Java, C Sharp, JavaScript,
C++
SQL
is number two?
is number 2.
How? It's not that many smart people. How is C++ number two? It's not that many smart people. You gotta be smart to program in C++. You do. I did it, and I didn't know what I was doing.
No, it's the same as every other language. It's
It's
just the
not.
syntax is a lot more terse. C is very simple to program in. Try things correct way, but instruction, a lot of complexity return. Yeah. Delphi Object Pascal is still number 12.
Where's
MATLAB,
where's,
PHP
where's
13.
VB6?
Let me see. Classic Visual Basic. I assume that would be 22.
Really?
Yeah. Visual Fox Pro is still number 26. Who's using that? That's above TypeScript.
Your grandmother?
Visual Fox Pro. There must be like some old like military application or something for it.
Yeah, anything in government.
I don't
I have
even
to
know what
I have to
Fox
do
Pro
I have to
was.
do soap for my job, and all of a sudden people are reaching out to me because they think I'm the authority of soap. I hate it.
Do you know SOAP? There's a lot of money to be made in solving
I,
one
I,
simple problem.
I hate it.
You're the soap master. If I ever have a problem with soap again, I'm gonna go. I know who to go to. Scott Nimrod, certified soap
The combination of trying to
developer.
wire up soap to an API gateway, I hate it. Oh my god, the combination of those two playing nice together. I'm sure it's simple once you understand what you're doing and you actually take time to really marinate on what's happening and why. But I don't have time to figure out anything. I just
Yeah, what's the
and
Stack
given time to get
Overflow?
things done.
The Stack Overflow developer survey. I wonder where that has on for languages. Because Gamler Talk said that Tyob is kind of funky, and I think that's probably accurate. Technology. Most popular technologies, according to Stack Overflow, is based on probably how much people understand the language. So JavaScript's number one, then HTML, CSS, Python, SQL, TypeScript, Bash Shell, Java, C Sharp, C++, C, PHP, PowerShell, Go, Rust, Kotlin, Lua, Dart, Assembly, Ruby,
Has
SwiftR,
Angular been
VB.
sunsetted yet, or are they still pumping out new versions of
Angular?
Angular? Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's still there. Elixir, yay. Zephyr, I haven't heard of Zephyr. You heard of Zephyr programming language?
No, but I've heard of Nimrod.
Is kconfig device tree as its configuration system. Huh. Whatever the hell that is. Prolog. Solidity.
F star.
Postgres is the number one database, followed by MySQL, SQLite, and then SQL Server, Mongo, Redis, Mariah, Oracle. Ugh, I hope I never have to touch an Oracle
I work
database
with
ever again.
Oracle right now. I was working
Oh
with
man,
Oracle 2 hours ago.
I'm sorry that you have to work with Oracle.
Well, it just doesn't tell me which column has the issue. Like, well, sometimes it does, but apparently you have to have all your parameters, even though that you name the parameters, you still have to have them all in order. You can't
Yeah,
have everything has to be in order. Even though you have the names of the parameters and the values, you have to put everything in a specific order, and it took me forever to find that out.
that's how I felt the first time I tried. I realized that you had to put the F# modules in order.
By default, but you could use the word rec.
Oh, and then it will auto adjust them
Yeah.
based on the
Yep.
yeah, okay. I didn't know that. Asynchronous tools. Jira's number one. Jira's number one. Confluence, Markdown files, Trello,
So
Notion.
you would say module rec, and then my module name, and then whatever types you declare under that, they don't they could reference one another, something like that.
Hmm. Zephyr.
Oh, I don't want to go to work. I
I
don't want to.
wanna
I
bang
don't.
on this
I
drum
don't.
all
I don't
day.
want to report status. I don't want to do anything. I just want to climb in my bed and close my eyes until tomorrow's here, and then do the same thing.
But then you'll just have to do it again next Tuesday.
Tuesday. Oh yeah.
Monday's a day off, assuming that you have holidays.
I want to go jet skiing. I think I have to drive like an hour away just to have affordable jet skiing prices. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
gambler.
is. It is.
You should go and spend an evening and listen to Man's Search for Meaning on an audiobook by Viktor E. Frankl.
I'm going to write a sequel to that book, Virgin Search for Meaning.
Man's Search for Meaning. And then write a sequel called Haven't Found It Yet. That's a pretty interesting philosophy book if you ever do want to listen to something. Man's Search for Meaning. It's also written because he's not trying to tell his story about being in a concentration camp, but it's partially about what he observes during his time in a concentration camp and how that relates to the philosophy and stuff. So I don't know. At one point in my life, it was I needed to hear it, but probably should re-listen to it again sometime.
I think I understand why they call it a concentration camp. I just think that there probably could have been a better name for that.
Why? A dense camp?
I'm trying to think of a good name. I mean, it's not really a camp at all. It's prison.
A weekend at Bernie's where you're Bernie?
It's really not a camp.
Well, there was a camp. I
It's
mean,
not a camp. It's prison.
it's a prison camp.
Okay, what's the difference between a prison camp and a prison?
Well, prison's a fixed, like, big structure, isn't it?
So is Auschwitz, or however you say the name.
And they have tents and stuff, though.
They had showers with gas in it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it should. I don't know why they call it a concentration camp. It was a prison in this
They
case.
concentrate
And
people in it.
I understand that part. That's why I said I understand why they call it a concentration camp. But I mean,
Maybe
prisons.
maybe a
Prison.
prison camp. Maybe a prison camp has more of a legitimate, because if you're in prison, a lot of times there's more of a
Prison. You
legitimate reason
concentrate
for it.
black people in it. So I mean, yeah, it doesn't really fly. They should just call it prison.
So we had in the U.S. we had internment camps.
What does that mean?
You're interned there, like they put all the Japanese in these internment camps, right?
That sounds like the same thing that Hitler was doing, except he was killing them and starving them.
Well, we weren't doing that, I don't think, but they
Well,
yeah
they were doing that with the Native Americans.
they put 120,000 Japanese people in
They were doing that with the
concentration
Native
camp.
Americans.
Yeah.
They just called them reservations.
But I do think that they ended up feeding them, but and stuff like it wasn't.
Are you talking about
But
the
they did,
Japanese or the Native
but they
Americans?
did relocate them all. Yeah. No, the Japanese. Like I don't know that people were
I wonder how they
dying
would
in the
know.
internment
I wonder how
camps.
they would know. You think they were just locking up Chinese and Japanese?
No, I think they probably
Yeah.
went off of their legal roles. So they'd have legal Japanese citizens.
Uh, if I was a bounty hunter, if someone was Asian, I'll just assume they're Japanese. I'll just keep making money until they prove otherwise. I mean, I'm sure it happened.
Yeah, I'm Korean.
Like, well, you could argue that in due process, but right now you're coming with me.
Yeah. No.
I know what happened. I'm not laughing.
Yeah.
I wonder how many flags I got just in this episode alone.
How many flags have you gotten?
I said why I didn't like homosexuality and the man in the White Castle, right?
Man in the White Castle. Jeez.
Then I was saying if I were a bounty hunter, I would lock up Chinese people, even though they were only looking for Japanese. Well, I said a lot of stuff that's going to get me in trouble.
Have you gotten a strike yet on YouTube?
Yeah,
You have?
yeah, but I mean, it's for like playing license or whatever you
Oh,
call it,
licensed music. Yeah.
playing copyrighted music while I'm programming.
Hmm.
But I never got flagged for like anything speech related. But yeah, I received probably like 3 flags between tech conception. I got flags on tech conception, and I still have no clue why.
They didn't tell you. It just we flagged this.
Oh, and I got flagged on the Beach Mobile YouTube
For what?
channel. they
Copyrighted?
assume that yeah, copyrighted. But the thing is I had a license for it. They didn't ask me. They didn't warn me.
How
They
did
just
he process that?
they removed my channel, and I'm like, why did you remove my channel? And they're like, you're playing copyrighted music. I'm like, I have a license for this music. And they're like, oh, sorry.
Did you have to
It
upload
was
the
it was
license?
a business video.
Yeah.
I had a license. It was like I think it was Beatles or something. I think I had Beatles music, and I had the license. I had the document. I had all that stuff, and
You had the
they
Beatles
removed.
music?
Yeah,
How did you get a license for that?
I paid a professional company to film. You saw the
Oh
commercial.
yeah, that's right. Okay. So they have a license or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. Huh.
Mm. Yeah, they just assume that yeah, a lot of people don't like YouTube.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy. We should start going to Rumble instead.
No, I've never been to Rumble, or I think I have. Like, I don't know. I'm done with apps.
Yeah.
I check my email like once a week, man. I don't like computers.
Yeah, they're not as much fun as they used to be.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
If it's not Pornhub, then what's the purpose of me logging on?
I don't know.
Get flagged for that.
Yeah. No, I don't think you could say that.
I don't think
I think you could say
you
that.
can't say RAPE. You can't say PORN. You can't say. I'm pretty confident you can't say cocaine, crack. I don't think you could say any drugs that are
Illicit,
whatever
scheduled,
scheduled. Is it A?
something,
Yeah.
Schedule 3, Schedule A, Schedule B.
You can't say derogatory terms that that
Hate
are
speech.
geared towards ethnicities.
So no N words. No dropping the N words.
I don't even think you could say the C word. You know what C word is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I know a bunch of
you
words.
people have two of them. You have the H word and the C word.
The H word.
Yeah, HAUNKEY or KY. Oh, I can't spell the word.
I don't know
Honk,
what you're talking.
honk,
Oh, what's that for? Is that
honky.
for?
Never
Yeah. Is
heard that
that
before.
no? Well, I've heard it before, but I don't even know what group
It's
it's
white.
supposed to be applied to. Is
It's
it?
white. Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's cool. I'm a cold ass honky. Walking to the head of me. Wasn't that in a Macklemore song? He's a cold ass
I
honky.
have no clue who that is.
Macklemore. He did that song Thrift Shop.
Oh, you mean Candy Shop by 50 Cent?
No, Thrift Shop by Macklemore.
No, I don't know.
What? It starts like this. What, 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 what?
Never heard of. Nope.
Walk into the club like, what up? I got a big. Yeah, okay. You ever heard that one?
Gamma
What,
says
what?
that is common on YouTube, as far as I know, that it will copyright flags, and it's hard to explain to the bots that you have a license for it. Yeah.
I'm gonna take your grandpa style. I'm gonna take your grandpa style. Can I have his hand me downs?
Yeah. Apparently, we listen to different music,
It's kind of like it's a hip hop song.
like Beastie Boys.
You've never, I swear you've probably heard Thrift Shop at least once. Macklemore was like really big a few years ago.
He's white. What is he?
He's white, but I think he's always with this other guy who's black, Ryan Lewis. I think Ryan Lewis might be black, maybe.
Oh, it's probably a mulatto.
Nope. He's also white. They're very whites.
Where are they from?
Good question. Seattle, Washington.
Hmm.
What? Hey, Macklemore, you want to go thrift shopping? What?
You know, I think I'm gonna try to force myself to go jet skiing.
I'm gonna pop some tags on
I
this
heard that song
plane.
before. Is that who you're
That's
talking about?
thrift shop. Yeah, that's thrift shop.
Oh, yeah, that song was popular.
Looking
What, like
for a
10 years
come up.
ago?
This is fucking awesome.
Because they were bumping that when I was in Seattle. When I was living in Seattle.
Oh, damn, that's a cold ass honky. Honky.
You know, apparently, he's a one-hit wonder, or he has other
No,
stuff.
he's had a few. Thrift shop and oh god. Uh oh my god, what is the other big one? Downtown was really big for a while. Um
You can find me in the trap. You can find me in
Good
the
old days.
trap. It's going down.
I'm at the bar going down.
Happy Days.
Did you were you familiar with Tipsy by Jaquan? Everybody in the club getting tips.
Oh, yeah, I heard that song.
So there's like a new country song that has kind of that same flair to it. They use the same like here comes the 3 to the 1 to the 3 to the 4, and then there's the song is like tipsy, but it has like this very loose association with that song, but
So it's a
it's really
remake.
good.
You you
Not a
purchased
remake though.
you
It's
purchased
totally different thing.
Beyonce's album, country album.
No, I'm not gonna. I don't like Beyonce.
That's racist.
I'm a fan of Becky with the good hair. So why is that racist? Why you gotta?
Because if you don't support black artists, then you have to be racist. You can't just not like their music or what they produce. It's kind of like you're homophobic if you disagree with anything. So
I guess so. So you gonna take the day off?
no, I can't. Well, I'm gonna get fired if I do.
Too
I'm
much rest?
gonna get fired regardless. But um,
Too much soap?
not really. Government is very unique.
Have you thought about trying for a different job yet?
That's why I was considering volunteering for a conference talk so I could bootstrap the networking process. Because there's no way to get a job on LinkedIn or Indeed. It's not.
There's none. Is it
No.
completely dead market right now?
You should know, but yeah, it's people are scared to leave their jobs because they don't want to be unemployed for 12 months and have to rob people at gunpoint or knife point or sell crack or do anything illegal
Work at Walmart
to pay their bills.
to pay the bills. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of curious to know, like, if I did look for another job, what would be the lead time to even hear anything back from anyone?
Yeah, I think now you got to have relationships. People have to put you on. Like someone put me on at this job. And that's the only reason why I got it.
Yeah, but I've got more. I've got more. I think I've got more marketable skills or whatever.
Than
Being
me.
in web,
Uh,
doing more web application work.
I would do mobile stuff, but it's just I don't mind doing the work at all. I don't dread it. It's just it's kind of going backwards in my career because I progressed to like cloud solutions, and you get treated with more respect or dignity, I believe, than just being a UI developer.
Yeah, I think that there's probably something to be said there. Office lead. Hmm. Private nanny. Best cleaning job.
What is a private nanny?
I don't know, I'm looking at jobs on Indeed in my area.
What's a public nanny? Like,
Private nanny, where you watch after their kitty.
you know what happened to me yesterday? I was coming from the beach. Um, and this little girl that was alone. She said hi to me. I said hi, and then she's like, "Come look at this." I'm like, "Nope, I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be found isolated with a little girl without anybody around."
Yeah, don't do
I
that.
just kept on walking, especially where I live at in a Jewish neighborhood. Nope, keep going. It's sad, right? So
I'd imagine.
I had to quickly walk away. Nope,
Yeah, nope.
nope.
Not doing that. That's exactly why I didn't fulfill my lifelong dream to become a kindergarten teacher. No, just kidding.
You have to have a body cam. Like,
Yeah, pretty much. You probably should
I
for your own protection.
I could have even I would have probably got in trouble if I would have even asked, "Where are your parents at? Why are you by yourself?" No, I
You
just
want some
immediately
candy?
just walk away. Just walk
This
away.
big black man after me candy.
Hmm. Just walk away. That's sad. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's what happened to me
unfortunate.
yesterday.
Well, I suppose it's about 8. Boring week
Uh,
this week. We should have more interesting things to talk about next week.
You're
Do
going.
something new.
You have to be the content creator because I'm at an all time low right now.
All right, we'll
Mhm.
come up with.
You could talk about your workbench that you've been working on for 5 years.
Let's come up with 5 business ideas to share by next week. All right, I'll write
I
them in this notebook.
I could do that.
5 business ideas. The crazier, the better. I'll write it down. 5 business ideas.
You remember that one business model? I think the people went to jail over it. They would they would offer
Equity
money.
exchange.
No, they would offer money for homeless people to fight each other, and then they would sell the videotapes.
No,
You remember that?
no.
Yeah,
Homeless
yeah.
gone wild.
It was something like that, and it was these teethless, like homeless people in Seattle beating each other up for like $20, and the guy was making money off of the tapes. It's sad, man.
Said, well, but why would that be illegal? Because like you're literally
It's
giving.
exploitation.
But isn't that like if they're willfully doing it as people are
Are
choosing and
are are
it's
they
like a
will
UFC fight.
are they willfully doing it when they're sedated under drugs, usually or almost
Oh,
all the time?
so it's like the
I mean, it's self-inflicted,
yeah.
but it's
No, but
exploitation.
it's like people have to be whatever and to make consent or whatever. Yeah, I suppose. I suppose that makes sense. You can't offer someone money to fight when they're incapacitated. That's fine.
And that's the quote that we're going to leave off on. All right, it's been
All
real.
right.
Thanks.
Yep.
Bye.
See you. Bye.
See you, gambler. No, this keyboard is no longer working.